I had my
You just
eyes.
get very white in
I
here.
just had my eyes closed. I'm like, who's trying to seduce me?
Yeah.
So
Is that your natural voice?
absolutely, it's my morning voice.
What's the afternoon voice?
My voice in the evening becomes like this.
Yeah.
It progressively gets higher as
I'm
you take
gonna
it.
progressively go down.
What's wrong with
It's like a helium leak.
What's wrong with
So good to see your voice
dad?
again.
Oh, it's 9 p.m.
Turns into Richie Valens.
Richie Valens. What?
I just yelled whatever name I did.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to make a connection.
Okay, so I gotta say this.
Mm-hmm.
When Murph go pee outside,
What?
what kind of what color the
Is that
urine it
secret?
would be?
Well, no. Try this joke again.
No, it can be said in many ways.
You said Murph.
Yeah,
Smurf.
yeah, Smurfist.
Oh,
Smurf.
Yes, Murphs.
oh, I thought you said Murph.
Is the S
Yeah,
silent?
well, as a degree of Murph.
Smurf is.
What happened with the Smurfs?
No, what happens to the grass?
What happened? What happened to the grass?
Okay. Hey, guys,
What? What?
Okay.
Welcome to my world, guys.
What happened to the grass when Smurf go pee?
Okay, that's better.
Okay,
Wait, does it
What
turn?
happens?
Are we mixing blue with green?
it
Smurfs-
becomes blue grass.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
How you boys doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Beautiful, awesome outside.
Last time we
He's
talked to
still
you,
sick. He's been sick for like weeks.
Yeah,
2 days,
2 days.
day and a half.
So how much longer you think you want to be sick?
Oh, here we
Zero.
go. Here we go.
oh, so it's
It's mental. It's all mental. So speaking of that, I guess
It's not mental.
our show we're talking about fitness and fitness, health, that sort of stuff.
That goes within the realm.
It was your idea. What are we talking about? Fitness, health. What was it again?
I don't know, gym bros.
Gym bros.
Are we talking about
Oh,
gyms?
Gym bros?
Gyms in general?
Gyms. We can talk about gyms. He doesn't know anything. He's never seen a gym in his life.
Well,
Seems to know
other
about-
than the one that we have over here,
Yeah, so he's never seen a gym in his life.
I've never gone into a gym.
You've done other types of fitness.
I've been called gym before.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
actually.
this? Like, hola, Jim.
Yes, all
Okay,
a gym.
okay, I like it.
Actually, when I used to drive down south, I think I mentioned this a couple of times. I would go to McDonald's for breakfast, And when you go to a place like this, they will say, when they take your order and they say, well, name, please. So I'll say, Hernan. What? So at one point, I got so frustrated with them. It's like, just call me Jim. So I became Jim.
As long as you get your food.
Yeah. I was also called Julio. What do you know?
That's a good name.
But gym, as in gym that you go and exercise like that one over there? Nah.
Never joined a gym.
Nope.
Found other ways to stay healthy.
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I went to gyms years ago, and I went to Toronto not too long ago with Pete,
Mhm.
brother Pete, and he took me to Planet
Planet Fitness?
Planet
Planet
Fitness.
Fitness. Yeah.
Holy shit!
I've got a
What an absolute shit show that was.
I've got a
man.
membership there.
It's like $10 a month.
It's pretty cheap, like just under 20.
I'm not a big fan, man. It's too many people, dude. It's too
There's
many people.
The app, there's an app that comes with it that shows you
Oh,
how busy it is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. Then you got the lunk alarm.
Yep.
The what?
I've never heard it go off, but apparently there's an alarm that goes off if you're grunting and slamming weights and stuff. Something gets triggered and
Yeah.
some kind of alarm goes off. What happens after? I don't know. It alerts the front desk that there's a guy trying hard.
Steroids? The roids is going too hard.
It's supposed to be a place where like everyone's accepted. That's what they're trying to push. They used to have a pizza night. I might have mentioned this before.
Pizza night.
At the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a night in a
That's
gym.
that's Planet Fitness basically in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
So not for you.
No, pizza night at a gym. It's like
It's going to defeat
beat
the
your
purpose.
beat your wife night at a couples intervention.
There you go.
It just seems very
Good.
productive.
Good analogy, actually. That is good.
It's
Did
just
you ever have a gym membership somewhere?
Yep.
Where were you going?
YMCA.
YMCA?
Yeah.
In my younger years,
YMCA.
I went to the Y
I did the
so did I.
CrossFit. Did the CrossFit for a couple years.
with Danny. I mean, with everybody there.
So yeah,
Yeah, I still go to the Y. Well, I got my membership on pause right now.
the Y.
Mm-hmm.
They got good family stuff.
Yeah, good
Also
family.
into the swimming and the.
It's getting it's getting a lot.
hockey.
I don't know, like the price is pretty crazy though. It's like $50,
58 58
$60
bi-weekly.
bi-weekly.
Holy
You get
shit!
Yeah.
You get the pool. You play floor
But
hockey.
you can go to a city like pool and they're so much cheaper.
Well, they get the membership.
Like a few bucks.
But when I went to the Y, I don't remember it being that crazy busy like it is. So Planet Fitness is out of control, man.
in terms of like how
Just
busy it is.
busyness, man. I mean, it wasn't. No, because people here have told me it's the same thing,
But
and
it's just crazy.
it's just crazy packed. Yeah,
Yeah, it gets really busy.
yeah.
Like,
And it's just like,
you can sometimes smell like crazy BO from them, like the amount of people that are.
Yeah.
yeah, gross. Am I at Planet Fitness, or am I?
They should have an
downtown?
app that shows
It's
you the BO levels.
there should be an alarm that goes off if your BO sticks.
The thing would not stop ringing, man.
Yeah, it's like
They'd have to
Yeah.
disconnect it.
It's like a Sasquatch yelling. Hey, I don't know
No,
what that
but
sounds
that's
like.
the yeah. It's a cheap membership, and it's not. I mean, everyone's packed in, and unfortunately, yeah, it can get pretty. I mean, you can go really late or really early to avoid all that.
Is it 24-hour?
During the weekdays, yeah.
Well, weekends, no.
Weekends, no. They've changed the hours, it's modified.
I don't know, man. For me, the gym, I prefer to do it at home. I've been to some gyms when you're talking gym bros, and it just seems like a total flex fuck session. Like session. I hate it.
Needles in the parking lot.
Yeah, no, it's just sitting there, and it's like Royd Town. And I'm like,
Selfies.
Have you ever thought of gyms being an ego display?
oh,
With
for
everybody,
sure.
everybody
Yeah.
goes there and not, to develop your muscles and
Yeah,
stuff.
just
But it's like, yeah,
big dick
who's
swinging.
that guy? Who's
Well, no,
that girl?
there is a lot of like. There's a lot of guys that just it's total. It's like a haven for narcissists.
Yes.
Well, the whole posting your videos online thing, that's something that's
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
And the other thing, dude, I'm even gonna start me on the women too, because if you're a girl and you want to go there and you have like athletic gear on,
Yeah.
I get that.
And then, but if your titties are popping out,
But some girls that go there, some girls that go there, like it's like you're at a strip club, man. I'm like, what are you doing? Or they got like the pants going right up their crack. You're
yeah,
like,
they
okay,
need.
man.
They definitely need
Isn't there
two
videos of people
hairdos.
dressing like that and then getting mad that they're getting attention?
Yeah.
They
Which
need.
is what's going on
Think
here.
about it. They need two hairdos to wear some of those shorts.
So I think my dad's right. I think that. Could you put him on the ground? Thanks.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, you're gonna get clawed.
That looks like
Yeah. So the thing here is, I think my dad's right. I think like the whole gym thing is like, well, not all. No. Not everybody that goes to the gym, but you were talking about gym bros.
Mhm.
I mean, you and I have talked. We haven't done it yet.
what's the
Like we want to go.
female version
I
of
want to go running. Like I just want to go running so that we can run and talk. Right? We could just hang out.
You want to talk to someone while you're running?
Yeah. Why not?
you're gonna need a lot of cardio for that, man.
What?
Being able to have a conversation while you're
I do that. I run and I take phone calls.
When you're pushing too hard and you're running, you're doing something unhealthy. If you can run and maintain a conversation, you're at the
Yeah.
right heart rate that you need to have.
Yeah. I mean, people can tell that I'm breathing, but
Oh yeah,
like it's not like I'm running. I'm like so.
yeah, yeah.
No, it's not.
If you're fainting in the process,
Yeah. You should. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. But no, gym bros. Not my thing, man. Not my thing. I don't give a shit how much you lift. I don't. I mean, for me, I know what I can do. I can curl. I don't even know what I can bench because I only use dumbbells. I've never bench pressed once. I've actually never bench. No, that's not true. At Chris's place, I benched once.
You've never done the bar?
No,
Really?
no. And I've talked to people that do the bar, and they were like, "How much can you lift, like with your dumbbells?" And I can do X amount, these many reps, these many sets. They're like, "Whoa, you could probably bench
Let me
press."
see the
Oh, you
question.
100% could.
How much can you bench? It'd be
Yeah.
like the indicator of how.
And that's how little I give a shit. I don't care. Like I know people are like, well, you should see how much you can bench. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
What I could do is I could do 4 sets of 12 pull-ups, like wide arm pull-ups.
That's very impressive.
with weights on my legs. And I know guys that are huge that can't do that.
Yeah.
So I can do that. And I can do chin-ups. I can fly like when I'm doing chin-ups.
It's
once
like
you get to be
And
in my age range, you're gonna realize that building your body and developing muscles and all that is good and healthy. However,
Stretching.
stretching and keeping your body flexible is where it's at.
Well, that's why I do what I do. So I like
Mhm.
I like the mobility. I like to be able to run. I like to be able to lift myself and do like if I could do something in a community environment, I'd like to go like rock climbing or
Yeah.
climbing, jogging, running, like in that sort of area where there's a lot of camaraderie.
You would be awesome in a zombie apocalypse, technically.
yeah.
That's what you're training for.
Thank you. And everything I do, every time I do something,
So you don't think that the buff guy would be doing good in
Think about its
Zombieland?
functional movements.
first of
If
all,
you're going to sit there and do
That's right.
arm curls like that,
Yeah.
bros.
The
dogs,
rigidity of
bros,
everything.
Bros, dogs, no good form at the end. I'm ready to shit myself. You know what I mean? It's got to be functional.
protein shit.
What are you going to do more? Lift a box or lift a...
How would that guy do in Zombieland?
Not good. It's too top heavy.
And he would be flexing in the mirror. They would just take him out. He'd be like, there's a bar, and it's just totally abandoned, right? He's just in the bouncer. And then boom, zombies.
Yeah. And could you imagine the zombies like they're looking at you gotta run. You gotta be able to scale things, climb, be
Some of those
versatile.
guys don't like cardio too much. So.
They hate cardio.
And leg day. Skip leg day.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So not a big fan of it.
Hmm.
I don't think you guys are either.
I don't know if guys are
Oh, I hate
doing
the
that
gym.
kind of bodybuilding as much anymore. In the 90s, it was crazy. That was like you'd wear these
Gold's Gym,
the attire that you'd wear with the zebra stripes and stuff,
bring that
and
back.
the Daisy Dukes.
Bring that back.
Well, there's still like I know a lot of guys that do roids.
Did they wear Daisy Dukes?
No, they should.
Are you on a website or something?
But you know guys that are that still in that mentality.
What roids?
The super like buff. Like,
No, it's just the guys that just do roids. They're just cheating.
Okay, but the physiques they're going for though is like a little more like
Well, I think it's
they're not.
it's so messed up, man. Because I think social media in particular, you see a lot of these. You see it in right, like you see guys that are jacked. They're like, oh, this is what if you do this.
If that comes up, I get it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Not
such
like that.
it's
but,
such
you know,
bullshit.
It's gone.
It's bullshit. It's so unrealistic. So
Guys who were preaching like natural and
yeah, like
super jacked. You mean?
so one of our buddies,
Yeah.
worked out when we went to Mexico. I remember we went there. He
Okay.
took his shirt off
Yeah.
and he looked like Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Okay.
Like you could see his six pack. He's
So he works out.
Yeah, he was working out, but and I asked him too. I'm like, holy man, you look really, really good. He wasn't huge,
But he works out smart, man.
yeah, and he works out and he's methodical with his eating, everything. Like he was 2 years. 2 years he did that to look the way that was.
Oh, I don't have time for that.
The 2 years.
Get 20 minutes.
Some guys don't have 2 years. They want to get this done in 3 to 6 months. So what do?
Like getting ready for a movie role.
Yeah, they're starting to inject themselves, right? No, and for me, that's total bullshit. So I don't like that. To me, that's a form of mental weakness.
What about as you get older, testosterone starts dipping. Do you think would you consider taking testosterone like something?
If
just
your
to-
doctor prescribed it, if it was necessary,
just to
Get
keep
that
testosterone
cat
up?
off the table.
yeah, like
I would never alter my body with external like stuff like
But just
Testosterone.
vitamins is cool. You know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
normal.
because-
supplements.
because vitamins is different.
Yeah.
And minerals is different because these are things that the body needs, and if you're not eating,
You're not getting enough
properly,
iron.
you're
or-
not getting them right.
Yeah.
So as your age and your lifestyle changes, well, yeah, it'll be. I don't know. I would say it's healthy to look after or to start consuming vitamins and minerals and stuff, but to inject something to, make your body look in a certain way or whatever that is unnatural. No.
but the other thing too, to what you were saying,
Yeah.
if you're low OT,
Yeah.
lift, like
To try to naturally bump
you'll naturally
bump the level
build
up.
your testosterone
Yes,
levels.
yes, you can do
The
that.
more strain you put on your body, your body will respond with more testosterone. So if you need it, if you're gonna, I can't subscribe to that. I won't do it. I can't unless the doctor says, hey, you need this for a medical reason.
So
But
you
even then, you'd be like, well, do I really need it? Like, can I try to do this naturally? Or
So you can ask yourself in terms of generations, how our ancestors were able to keep their fertility, their strength, and whatever,
Well,
because
they-
they're exposed to nature. They were exposed,
and they
to
were
the
working like
elements,
mothers.
right?
Like they were
So
working
what
hard.
that the sun gives you, the sun gives you plenty, man, plenty, and people are not using that. Like viewing sunlight in the morning, first thing in the morning, when the sun is in low angle, it's the best time for you to get the sun
The wake-up
sun
call.
rays in your eyes, because you're consuming that. We were just talking about that outside, consuming that through your eyes, which your eyes are the only part of your cranial vault that is
It's the windows to
residing
the soul.
outside
That can go
of
through.
of your
Yeah,
brain.
and there's also like a sunrise and a sunset. There's different shades of color. So when the sun's coming up,
Yes.
your eyes register that, and your brain and your body start to naturally start to click and go, okay,
What
it's
that
daytime.
does, Andres, that regulates your circadian rhythm. And when you have your circadian rhythm well balanced and working properly, the rest of your body works. It's view your body as a clock. The circadian rhythms, when you view sunlight in the morning and also the sundown, it regulates to a T. And it's just not me saying that. Is something that you can search scientifically, and it's been proven for that to happen. Then your entire body works. So therefore, you need less stuff, outside stuff, for you to having to consume or to inject or whatever. But look at the lifestyle that we have now. Like we're sitting in chairs. What is our natural, for instance?
Back in the day, naturally, we'd be out plowing fields. We'd be
Not only that, but we didn't have chairs. We will most likely squat, right?
Should be on Swiss balls right now, all of us.
Swiss balls. Is that like the ones the girls sit on? Like
The big.
But if you adopt a squatting
No.
position, like Asian countries do, or Asian people do, most
I get it.
yeah, they're stretching themselves in a natural way. We're sitting here. This is so unnatural. Ever since that they invented chairs, and this is why our backs are hurting, or we sit on the couch and we veg. Everything becomes rigid in our bodies.
Well,
And this is stuff that I'm just learning now.
You know
at my
what?
age.
It's funny, yeah.
Well,
So-
it's so the thing is I've mentioned to you guys like I've arthritis and psoriasis.
You have arthritis and psoriasis?
Yeah. So I've mentioned this before. So it was really bad before, and then when I went through my separation, I think it was what is it called, cortisol? Like cortisol was
cortisol,
probably
yeah.
like out the roof when I was
Yeah.
married. Like it was, you know what I mean? And then within about a month or two, all the inflammation around my joints started going away.
Mhm.
And what I find,
Because why?
the cortisol, like my stress levels were just off the charts. Then after we split, it kind of started simmering down. But what I noticed is that like I had psoriasis patches around my arms here. When the sun comes around, the summertime, like I wake up early in summertime, I work out. The more sun I get, it's like the sun, even in areas the sun's not hitting, just getting that vitamin D cooks.
I know you love the sun.
No, it's like it regulates my immune system. It's like everything just kind of like it kind of whatever. And the whole summer, by the end of the summer, I feel like $1 trillion. And then by the time January rolls around, I'm like, oh, I'm flaring up again, and this and that. It's, it's just.
Yeah, not having enough sun in the wintertime, that's
You know what I've been
Don't like
learning
that, man.
lately about myself and in all the kind of literature that I've been reading about, and podcasts, scientific podcasts, people that have podcasts that talk about scientific findings and stuff like that, and proven in laboratories and everything.
Okay.
Is the health of your autonomic nervous system is one of the utmost things that you need to look after. And when you were talking about you being stressed out, well, that is a direct hit into your autonomic nervous system. So if you have a dysregulated autonomic nervous system, your entire body will be out of whack. No matter what you do, no matter if you go to You can be the healthiest, quote unquote, guy in the gym, but if your autonomic nervous system is wacko, it no matter, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your autonomic nervous system would have to be your primary thing for you to be healthy. And how you achieve that is by many ways. First of all, your mind controls your body. Your body follows your mind. And people say, "Oh no, that's a wood stuff." No, it's not.
That cat is raising my cortisol level.
And you're getting upset about the cat. Yeah. So anything that brings to us a level of worrisome or stress, it will dysregulate your autonomic nervous system. So that's why it's so imperative to be cool, and how to achieve that. Well, you find that out. I found that by meditating, by breathing exercises, it's the shortest and most effective way to do it.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the rest of the stuff, exercising, taking vitamins, whatever.
This is like a more holistic approach to what.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, everything you do, if you just try to do it naturally, that's probably the best approach.
It is. Mm-hmm. How many gyms do you guys know that they were in existence 300 years ago?
No. There wasn't. There was battlefields.
Right.
Yeah.
So in a way, as much as it's helpful for people to go to gyms, it's also it's for people to make money as a business.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like it's.
Do you really need a gym to be healthy?
No, but at the end, I get what you're saying. But also at the gym, were there skyscrapers years ago where people confined to cities?
Right.
So I think
It's kind of a social thing too, though. The gym. Like,
It
people
is.
go
Yeah.
there.
It is.
I think it's a new invent for the times that we live in, and
Of course.
I'm not trying to dissuade people from going to a gym.
No.
That's not what it is at all.
No.
But
To each his own,
but he
right.
mentioned gym bros, and gym bros has a certain connotation behind that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
Like if you want to go work out and you have like your main guy, your
spotter.
your spotter, or like just a right. I don't know. I'm not.
You like doing it solo?
I like doing it solo. I like doing it solo. I don't like people. I get uncomfortable when people talk about progress or anything. I just like leave me alone.
You don't want to talk about that stuff.
No, I get excited when I hit a new marker. Like when I go running, and if I can shave 15 seconds off, like if I'm going hard, if I can shave 15 seconds, I'm like, God, yes.
That's why a lot of people go to the gym too, right? Like
I've seen people with
Makes you feel
little notebooks scribbling stuff.
yeah.
Did you guys know that there's some breathing exercises that are equal in terms of the benefits that you get as if you were running or jogging? That when you practice them for what,
Just
15,
sitting
20
still
minutes,
and doing the breathing
just by
exercises?
just by the rhythm that you have in your lungs and how you're doing it.
Is that the Wim
Yes.
Hof thing?
Yeah, there's many ways, but Wim Hof has his own method.
Yeah, no, I understand. You and I have talked about those certain things, but what they don't have is the physical.
Taxing on your legs.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
it doesn't break down
And
your
that's where
legs.
stretching comes in.
No, I know you can stretch,
Right.
but you're not going to build up. You're not going to break down and build up muscle tissue. So
Yeah,
you're
for
not
sure.
going to get stronger.
But it's
You're not because
no, I know,
through,
I know what you're saying.
through a natural breakdown and rebuild, from when I first started running to now, I blow myself away. And when I go jogging now, when it really, really started to scale up is when I started jogging with my vest.
Oh.
When I started jogging my vest, when you do 5K with 40 pounds on you,
Mhm.
and then you take
No,
it
it is
off, you take
different,
it off
yes.
4 or 5 days later without 40 pounds, you fly because
Yeah.
your body's like, it's
Yeah,
a-
if you want to develop muscle, sure.
no, it's not developed. Yeah, I mean, overall develop muscle, but it's not for the look. It's for the capability. It's for
No,
your
I'm not
ability.
saying that
the
you're
rep-
doing that. I'm just saying that if you want to develop muscle and equate that as being healthy, what I just said a minute ago, okay, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if your autonomic nervous system is dysregulated, yeah, you can be very built and, you lift people up or whatever in your arms or whatever. But how is that going to serve you when when your mind is going at 100 miles an hour and you cannot settle down?
But it's not. It's not. When you're running, I'm at peace. When I'm running, all I'm thinking about is at
you're
peace.
doing that, yes.
When I'm done doing that, I don't know if it's a dopamine hit for me,
It is.
but to know that I had it done.
Runner's high.
Mhm.
Yeah, when it's done and you see your times and you're saving time, I'll be like, yes, it's a massive positive, and then
Yes.
I feel great the rest of the day.
Yes.
So I understand that just breathing exercises and stretching is
Mhm.
beneficial as well, but you're
Mhm.
not going to get to that point where you can. I think the human body, clearly it's designed for you to push it. When you
Mhm.
push it, it reacts, it adapts, it becomes stronger, and you become faster, stronger.
Were you a runner when you were younger, or
I was.
yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ran the Manitoba Marathon, man.
Oh, did you?
No,
Mm-hmm.
Full
I
marathon?
run the half marathon.
still.
10K.
I don't know what, half 13. I don't know. I really have no idea how many, but I did run it. Yes.
Cool. You're not running currently, or doing any jogging, or
No, I'm not doing it right now, but I'm intending to prepare myself enough that I can do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, why not?
That scares me.
that scares you?
Running.
I'd like to do the marathon. I wanted to do the half marathon, but you
What-
guys
why is
know
it
that there's a
scary?
lot of things changing in my life, a lot of things, and I don't.
You gotta really set your mind
Oh yeah.
and body,
Mhm.
in my opinion.
I always hate how far I get
Interesting
from home.
comment.
What's that?
Interesting comment. You had to set your mind for it.
I think
Your mind is everything, buddy.
Absolutely.
like a big golfer, shitty mindset. Like
Shitty game.
Exactly. Like I think mind over matter is probably one of the best.
Well, it
sayings.
is. And what I was saying
but
to you
anything-
guys outside,
yeah.
it's like, we've been duped
Yeah.
that we need something outside of ourselves to excel in anything else. That is a total fallacy. That's crap. When you start realizing what you can do, then you start facing your own beliefs that they've been inculcated in throughout your life, through the system, to your families, to generations. So no, you can't do that. No, you need this person. No, you need to do it this way. No.
Yeah, but
don't
how do you
need
take a
anything.
video of that and put it on Instagram?
That's no shit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
least.
that's it exactly. For me,
And this is not something that what I'm telling you right now, it's not something that I've been reading about, although I have read about it, but I guess it's also a repetition of knowledge that I've been reading from many sources. But you're capable of doing that. You're capable of doing that. And eventually, what am I finding out? That I actually am capable of so many things. And yes, you need medicine and you need doctors when it's appropriate, when you cut yourself in a way or deep
Injury-
enough, or
you
you
need
break
surgery,
a bone
like
or
a-
something, you
like
need
a-
surgery
yeah.
or whatever. But today, there's so many people that have cured themselves from illnesses that were negated for us to say that, yes, you can do that.
so I think I just want to. I don't know, man. I don't know why I get so. You guys know me. We've talked about this for a long time. It's like the shit they put in our food.
Yeah.
That's horrendous. Horrendous.
Yeah. So I think if everybody just kind of realizes that you can pretty much. I think you can do anything that you want to do. Like if you set your mind to it, that's how powerful your mind is. If you could do that, but you need to be cognizant that the food, watch what you're putting in your body, because the food is shit. If you're starting to inject yourself with roids or whatever is you got to think about you're introducing things into your body that your body's probably not designed to be taking. Come on, guys, you guys have heard of roid rage.
Yeah.
There's roid rage. I've seen guys that have done roids that get huge. They get super jacked. Like these guys look like monsters, and then the next thing you know, like a year later, I see them. They got a gut and
Off
titties,
cycle.
man titties. You're like, whoa. If you're exercising naturally,
Yeah.
you stop working out for a year, you ain't getting no man titties.
You're not going
You
to lose the gains as
No, you're not, and you're still gonna. No, it's a total cheat. Don't cheat. So every time you cheat, you're gonna get burned. It's everything with your mind. If you cheat on some sort of stimulation to get your mind on something, you're gonna crash even harder later.
So what happens if you want to
like-
get really hot for the beach and you're running out of time? You're just like, oh man, like
Just right in the butt. Hey, I just started.
Yeah,
you just gotta do it next
it's
summer.
a cheat. It doesn't matter. It's a cheat. So once you cheat and you don't go the proper hard way to get it done, at the end of the day, you're going to pay for it some way. So if you do that with food, right?
Mhm.
If you do that with food, if you're constantly cheating because you don't want to prep your food, you don't want to eat healthy, if whatever, whatnot, if this and that, you're going to end up with tons of health issues down the road. It could lead from diabetes to cancer to whatever it is.
And
If-
almost all of the representation that you're having right now with the words that you're expressing are a representation of where we are as a society. If all of those things are right in front of us, is for us to make us lazy, not strive for what we can do potentially.
You would think it was intentional. It kind of seems
It is
intentional.
intentional,
You think
Andres.
it's intentional, like they want us to
I'm at
fail.
a point right now in my life that I know. Okay.
Something's going on.
Yeah, here we go, hairball. Okay.
And I cannot say this person did it or that corporation did it or whatever, but a lot of the lives that we have today is being guided, is being conditioned for decades. And we're right now at a point that the civilization as we know it is scrapping. What it's it is.
So
And you think that is, and you think that is a result of a healthy lifestyle, that everybody is at their own capacity level and their full capacity in a healthy way?
that's the thing. So he just mentioned, well, what happens if you got to get your beach body ready to go? If we were talking about if we were talking about the beach body from 1940s,
How are you supposed to mate?
no, but hear me out. The beach body from 1940s, 50s, those guys look way different than what they do now.
Right.
And where do you see that shit now? Because they saw that on TV, they saw in the movies. People will be like, "Oh, I wish that guy looked like this. I wish I had a man that looked like this." Woman, that guy works out for like 6 months straight. That's his job. He's a Hollywood actor. He's been put in the gym with a trainer for 6 months to look like this. As soon as they're done the movie, give it 2-3 months down the road, he don't look like that anymore. You know him, right? Like it's unrealistic. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. So when he's mentioning that sort of stuff, the beach body thing. Do you know how rare? Do you know how rare it is to have a fully visible 6 or 8 pack?
In years past, people
about that,
were
dude.
naturally fit because they didn't have all the comforts that we have today.
Remember
Why
back
do you need a beach buddy today? Why do you need a buddy?
Do you remember back in the 80s, 90s when we went to the beach? How many guys can you remember be like, that guy was jacked with a 6? Nobody. Maybe once in a blue moon. Now, if you go to the beach, if you don't look like that,
You're an outcast.
yeah, you pretty much, you're not, you can't mate.
And
Is that what you're saying? Like, no, seriously, how are we supposed to mate?
And isn't that a result of how we view ourselves through the conditions that we've been putting through?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There you
Like
go.
the whole system is rigged,
I know.
right? The whole thing's
Is
messed
there more
up.
pressure on the guys or the girls?
Oh, there's a lot of pressure on the girls too, man. I can't speak for them because I'm not one,
Mhm.
but I mean, you're telling me, what was that thing? BBL, Brazilian butt lift? Like, what are girls doing? Like surgeries on their ass to bring them up?
Yeah, they're doing
You know how
something.
fucking crazy that is, man. Like some girls will get to a certain age, 30s now, and they're getting like booby jobs. Serious, man. They're getting titty jobs, like butt lifts. These.
What would you
It's-
call
these are
that?
gir-
Conditioning?
What's that?
Wouldn't you call that conditioning?
Have you seen the girls with these lips?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's gross, man. Like it's gross. What are they doing? Like
they
that?
look like the Joker. You know,
Yeah.
like their lips are. Yeah.
It's brutal. Like it's the whole thing
It's
is.
weird that we've gotten here. Like if you took someone like that and put him in a time machine and sent them back to the 80s,
They'd be burned as heretics. Like imagine you send somebody back there, they'd be like, what is that? It's a freak
yeah, if you have a BBL time machine, you send someone back
with
they
the
get-
lips, the fake titties, the
people would be like,
So would this guy be doing that at a phone, or someone doing that at a phone booth? Like, hey, come here. Want a Brazilian butt lift? Get in here, dial 9, and then because it's time machine.
oh, okay.
Dial 9.
Bill and Ted.
It's $4,000.
Yeah, obviously 9 is for Brazilian butt lift.
But yeah, like the standards, the beauty standards is just so different.
Well, everything's so different, man. Everything's so different. Our food, like even when you're eating healthy, you think your chicken breast is pumped full of hormones and saline salt, or like it's all bullshit, man.
It's yeah. So we're yeah.
So you
yeah,
talk- when
yeah.
you talk
a lot of
about-
artificial stuff coming in. Eh?
When you talk about gym bros,
Okay, but have you not been exposed to how they manufacture food now? Meat that we
That's
think is meat and it's actually not. That it even looks red if you're, eating beef or
We'll
something.
be eating
Like,
bugs.
this is
here.
insane, man.
and the other thing too, like I've had this conversation with other people. If you make up your mind and you're like, I want to be a professional bodybuilder, Like that's my job. My job is that's what I do full time, and I want to compete with Arnold Schwarzeneggers and all that. I get it. Then you got to start getting into
I mean,
then
if
you
that's
got,
your career,
right. Then you got to start getting into some product. I get that.
sure. Yeah, if that's your
If it's career, but if you're doing it, but some guys like we have buddies that'll take it just to they want to gain, then they get roid rage, they beat their old ladies, they
I
lots
don't
of
know.
them.
I don't know anybody like that.
like
No, seriously. I'm like,
casual steroid
Yeah.
guys.
they're
You've never met
they're
any
like,
steroid guy that's got a crazy
Yeah.
They're like snowbirds or what?
They lose their tempers, man. I know a few guys that have completely crashed their whole lives, and it was in that order.
Yeah.
They started lifting, and then they started getting really big quick. I'm like, okay.
How old were they when they were?
I would say probably around 20.
Because at 20, you already got a lot of testosterone going through you, and then adding more. Yeah, I guess that'd make me pretty angry.
Yeah.
T squared. A lot of testosterone.
So when you cheat, you're cheating. If you're doing performance enhancing drugs, that's cheating. When you're eating, and you're going to pay for it at the end, either through heart problems, social problems, physical problems. If you eat junk food because you're cheating, you're going to pay for that at the end.
So no shortcuts.
If you do that, if you have mental issues, if you have emotional, if you have mental issues, if you have those issues, instead of dealing with them and trying to work them out, if you start doing drugs or drinking alcohol, you're going to pay for that at the end. You're cheating, man. You're going to pay for it. You can't cheat. Life is simple. All truth always comes out, and you can't cheat. When you cheat, you always get. At the end of the day, it'll catch up to you. You know what I mean? So I don't like that shit.
Just avoiding anything that's going to be
Non natural.
a shortcut.
Yeah.
In general, is going to be you're better off long run. Long term.
Whether it's dealing with whatever or it's working out.
Just deal with it, right? Just deal with it. Like you got to work it out. You got to work out your shit. Like you got to do it properly. Nothing good in life ever comes easy. That's it. That's what I'm sticking. Nothing in life that's great, that's genuinely pure and great, ever comes easy. It's always a slugfest. But that's the point of it. That's the point of it. I know kids. I've seen kids before growing up that have bought themselves a $2,500 Honda Civic that is the love of their lives because these dickheads worked 2 or 3 summers hard. They saved up their pennies and they went and bought this hatchback piece of shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? They had the car for like 5 years. They maintained it. It was their baby. And then when they got to the next, they worked really, really hard for it.
Yeah.
You get a kid that's like, Dad, I want this, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Gets a fully paid for BMW 3 Series. And then next, he's crashed it or whatever. There's like, he's scratching it against, he's not maintaining it. You understand? Like
it was given to
nothing really, really good. And I bet you the kid that had the Honda Civic was much happier in life than the kid with the BMW. Because it's a moment.
Self-pride.
It's a momentary pleasure hit.
You feel like the roids are kind of a similar thing where it's just you're just given something too fast without earning it?
Yes, absolutely it is. And it's just like everything else. There's severe consequences. Like so I've connected the consequences with the PEDs, the food, the mental health stuff. Let's get into the consequences. Dad, I want the BMW. Sure, kid. Here's your BMW. Dad, I want this. Sure, kid. Here's this. You don't think there's going to be a consequence to that when he gets older?
Oh, yeah.
The kid's going to be a total douchebag. The kid's not going to have a hard work ethic. He's not going to appreciate anything in life. Entitled.
Well, it's always been that way for people that could afford to do that to their sons or daughters. Now we're seeing it in a mass way.
But that's another thing too. That's another cheat.
Of course it is.
That's another cheat because instead of the father saying, "No, son, we don't need that. Let's go fishing. Let's spend time together." When that's just here's your car. Fuck off. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Just what you know what I mean. It's a cheat. It's a cheat because you don't want to spend the time. It's like it'll just be. I've actually heard parents saying it'll just be easier. Just give him what he wants. Just to whatever. It's temporary because that kid comes back with a rage or something way bigger next time.
Okay, so what you're describing right now is another diversion of keeping us away from what we actually can do on ourselves.
Yes.
Because everything is
It's the easy way out.
Western society is focused on anything outside of us to make us happy. That doesn't work. That's not how it works. If you do not find within you what makes you happy, you'll never find it outside of you. That's just, I don't know
Yeah.
how many books I read, and I've actually had to find it for my own self. The best experience that you can have is your own. You cannot speak about stuff that you don't know.
You nailed it.
And how you know is by you experience it. And you will not ever find, yes, you will find a momentarily spike of,
Dopamine
or whatever to make you, but once that novelty is done, you crash. And where do you go now? To the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, but how many times you need to go outside to try to figure it out?
Like
that
you're
it's
saying,
not
you're
outside.
trying to say fix yourself before you try to.
Well, you gotta be happy with yourself, right?
Yeah.
So
And how do you find yourself happy? What makes you happy with all the distractions that you have around you? You don't. And that's one of the purpose of where we are right now. This is, it's sad to see an entire society, basically around the world, humans living in the way they do. And what I don't know if it's a whole bunch of us, but it's starting to figure it out, that it's never been outside. Never. And that's a distraction that people that knew this purposely march us into this road, because they will prevent us from finding who we really are. We are very powerful beings. Don't forget that.
I need to say something too,
course.
because I'm going to play devil's advocate here, because we
Sure.
sit here from a point of view that maybe this is, I think it is, but maybe this is done in a malicious intent, whatever. I've had people saying, well, why would they want to do that? You know what? Maybe at the end of the day, the governments and the whatever, maybe they don't have a malicious intent. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's like, you know what? Let's just make this easier for them, whatever, whatnot, just to keep everybody happy. But if you feed everybody this easy shit, first of all,
So we're the kids. We're the parents.
ask people from the city, I want you to build a fire from scratch. Hey, I want you to plant a garden. You know what I mean? If shit hits the fan, there's going to be major suffering everywhere, because nobody knows what to do anymore, because they made it so easy for us. It's a cheat. Everything's a cheat.
You know how you find in science that something is true is by the repetition. If you can repeat an experiment
Right.
and have the same result, most likely it is true.
What movie was
So
that?
when you put that scenario in, that how science proved that something is right or not, you can put it outside of that schematics and see it in the patterns that we've been living in 50, 60, 7 decades. Where are we in terms in the social order, in terms of government? No government, which is the people that we elect for them to show us the path, to keep us in good health or whatever. No government has the interests of the people. None.
Yeah,
There might be politicians, one, two, or here.
But you
there.
and I have talked about that. They're damned if they do. They're damned if they. Wait. Because if a political party or leader comes out and says, "We're going to come out and do what's best for you,"
Mhm.
nobody's going to elect them, because we're all too.
Because we're
We're all
down
too
the
far
road
gone.
right now.
Because what's good for you will be like, we can't do this anymore. That's not good. Be like, wait a minute, but I like that. I'm not voting for you because I like to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like telling your kid, if you have a kid, the cold hard truth about this is what this is and you can't do this anymore. Your kid's gonna have a fucking meltdown. You know it, I'm right. Hey, you shouldn't be watching tablet for 4 hours a day. Take that tablet away. You think if you gave that person or whatever it is the free will to say, I want you to pick yes or no for me to be able to take this bad thing away from you, what are you going to do? No, I want it.
If you can see patterns in decades past, what have been the different conditioning into the population today is the tablets, is the for boomers, for instance, is the TV. Make decisions about what they're going to do with their life on whatever the TV is telling them. Today, people make decisions on what you can see in that little screen, and that is, it could be real, it could be fake. I would say it's fake.
Fake most of the time.
right?
Yeah.
So how can you make a rational true decision in your best interest that it'll bring you the best possible outcome for you as a human being? Almost zero. Why? Because we're continuously bombarded with information that doesn't help us to figure it out that we are who we are.
Like, dude, gym bros. Let's go back to gym bros in the gym. You think guys that are going there to try to get the gains that they're trying to get, you think this just came out of nowhere? It's social media.
Oh yeah,
It's all completely fucking
So
wild.
this is the
Right,
most
there's
sophisticated way of social media now. Like social media was then, oh yes, smoking doesn't affect you. Well, how many years we had to go through that to figure it out that that's really not healthy. Okay, sugar, the consumption of sugar. How many years we have an epidemic right now?
Oh, but you still talk to people with sugar. Like,
Yes.
it's totally fine.
Yes,
I'm like, what?
yes, and now what is the today epidemic? The tablets, what they feed you and you consume through your eyes, which are the outside of your brain. It's like
Windows to
if
the
you're not
soul.
aware of this, it's like
Well, we have. I mean, guys are told that. I mean, well, I don't know if we're told, but we have an idea of what we think women want us to look like, and that comes from social media or movies, whatever. And then we try our best to. Well, not everybody, but some of us try our best to look that way.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if you see a girl that's like, I don't know, looks so old. I mean, if it was like young
Clark Gable.
Yeah.
young Selma Hayek or something like that, a girl walks by like that, it'll probably catch your attention and be like, oh, that's a good looking girl, right? I mean, there's certain things women see men with muscles and whatever. It's attractive to them. What I don't know what it is, but I think a lot of it too represents strength. Like they think you're strong. Usually, if you can look that way, there's some sort of discipline,
Fertility.
discipline. You know what I mean? Like you're ready to rock and roll. So, but at the end of the day, when they're seeing shit on social media, like I've seen girls open up their phones and they got pictures of dudes there, and it's like they got abs on their abs, and like, oh, to get this, whatever, and then. You think girls don't see that? Be like, oh, that's what the men are trying to achieve. I want to get that. I want to get to the pinnacle of what a men are trying to be because that's the best that I can get.
Should take it back to Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Tom Selleck,
Chest
A
hair.
little bit easier.
Sean Connery. Like, right? Remember the old James Bond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Captain Kirk, man.
What was the credentials? You get a hairy chest.
Hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cigarette.
Well,
Are we
I
ever
think,
going to go back to that?
I think the credentials was you had a chest. You had a chest. You have some decent arms.
Yeah, okay.
You know how to talk. You can
You
articulate.
can speak.
You could speak. You'd be a little suave with the ladies.
Mhm.
You know when to drop the hammer. You're
Yeah,
confident.
Borderline pervert kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I think it was confidence, and women really like confidence. So I think when you see dudes like the gym bros doing that, like a lot of these guys that I've known, when they try to talk to women, they either do not know how to talk to them at all, or when they talk to them, they're complete douchebags. Right? Because if you're truly confident in yourself and your abilities, do you need to go to the gym? Like if you're confident and you were comfortable in your skin, are you going to be ripping a bunch of drugs in your body to make you look a certain way? No, if you're doing that, they're clearly not wired right. Like there's something you're not comfortable with yourself.
So you guys have never driven in your cars, window down. You just kind of sit there nonchalant and you kind of put your arm underneath like this to make your arm look
Never.
bigger? Okay.
Like you squish the bicep.
Yeah.
He drives around with a potato on his
that's a photo.
You put a golf ball right against the window like that. You're just like, and then you're pointing to your buddy. You're like, look down.
Do you flex when you're
No,
looking at the?
it's all about strategics.
That's funny
I
stuff.
think I've done something like that.
You're
Well,
looking at your forearms while you're playing Nintendo. Hey, I'm killing it right now.
I'm getting into running mode, so I'm probably gonna get really skinny again. And I'd like to go running.
Who's your ideal physique movie guy?
Ideal physique.
Aquaman?
You'd be like that. You'd want to be that guy.
Really?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
You guys a freak. He's a freaking nature.
He's a big dude.
It's a big dude.
Jack Black
That's attainable.
That's a
and School of Rock, though. Not now.
I would say for me, Zorro. Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas, that's right.
So you got the cape but no shirt. You're like Chippins here.
Zero.
I got to go with Brad Pitt Fight Club.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That is
yeah,
a good one.
yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good physique.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
What do you mean, Burn? What is his name of the guy?
Burt Reynolds.
No, I asked you yesterday. What's the guy that used to have that show with the white T-shirts and the blue jeans?
No, Ernest.
Ernest.
He thinks Ernest has the perfect physique.
Ernest.
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 Ernest P. Worrell.
Oh, jeez.
That was my guy.
Know what I mean, Vern?
You know what I mean, Vern?
White shirt and the blue.
Yeah.
I think you're doing it already.
And the vest. And the vest.
All right, boys, we should shut this down.
Alrighty then.
We got things to do, but
Don't
Thanks.
cheat.
nice having you on the show, Dad.
Always.
You were-
Always.
Again.
Okay.
I love it.
Good to see the police have not caught you yet.
What?
The police have not caught up to you yet. Remember the last time you were in the shades?